Hello and welcome to another drum lesson. My name is Kit Mills, and today we're going to be taking a look at playing double strokes between the hands and the feet while keeping a swing jazz ride cymbal pattern going. This is a great coordination pattern and a good follow-up both for single strokes in triplets between the hands and the feet, and also for playing double strokes in triplets, which both of which we've done in earlier lessons, and I'll be sure to link down to those below. So let's take a look. First off, just a quick recap. The jazz swing ride is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's the basic idea. Can go fast, can go slow. So the underlying rhythm there is 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. Groups of 3 beats, or sometimes called triplets, on each part of the beat. So 1 and or 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, so on. Okay, so that's probably a review for most of you, and so let's get on to the actual double strokes. So in triplets, we're going to have 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and also we'll start with the snare and follow with the left foot. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and we'll also do the other two permutations of these where we start with the bass drum and start with a hi-hat. So 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and also 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and So all that's going to be along with the ride cymbal, and that's where it gets a little tricky. So let's take a look at what the notation would be for this. So the ride cymbal is going to continue as it normally would. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and but now we've got these double strokes between the left hand and one of the feet going underneath them. So we get this sort of sound. Here's one way you can approach this if you find this a bit overwhelming at first. The first thing you could do is just play in quarter notes. And that being the case, you're going to have the, in the first case, the snare drum doubles starting, bass drum doubles following. The ride will line up with the first snare drum. 1 and it'll line up with the second bass drum. 2 and and then it'll be similar to that in the next couple beats, but it's now upside down. The bass drum will line up with the right. 1 and then the second snare drum will line up with the ride. 2 and So if I do these 4 beats, we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Now when we add in the ride cymbal, the swing rhythm is going to now, give us a couple more rides that line up with the offbeat of beat 2, the offbeat of beat 4. So we're going to get this. The right hand lines up with the snare drum. And again with the second bass drum. Now with the second snare and then the first bass drum here. Second snare, bass drum, second bass drum. And then back to the first snare, second bass drum, second snare drum, first bass drum, second snare drum, and the second bass drum. You can always, of course, slow this way down, and because this is actually kind of easy to practice at a slow speed because we have a very steady rhythm rate. It's all triplets, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so that can go as slowly as you need to go in practicing and learning this. We're going to do 60 beats per minute, and we're going to do the first couple of bars twice, so it's going to be 4 measures of the first rhythm, followed by 4 measures of the second rhythm on the second line there, so that twice. Then a measure in between to kind of reset, and then we'll do the third line twice. That gives us 4 more measures. That's leading off with the bass drum. And then finally the bottom line, the fourth line, twice to start out with the left foot. And then it's going to advance us to the next tempo, 10 beats per minute faster. Here we go. bass drum leading. Here we go. 3 and 4. Left foot. On to the next tempo. 3 and 4. Repeat. Left foot. One bar in between. Start with the bass drum. Ready and go. Repeat. Left foot. Repeat. On to 80 beats. 3 and 4. On to the bass drum. Ready and go. On to 90. Ready and go. Onto the bass drum. Ready, go. Onto 100. Ready, go. On the bass drum. Ready, go. All right, and we could go faster than that as well, but we're not going to right now. All right, so hopefully that gives you a good idea of how to begin with this. I would recommend, again, if you find this difficult, please, slow it down. Make it really easy. Maybe set your metronome to where you're hearing all the individual triplets, 1 and 2 and 3. And if you have a metronome that can't do subdivisions or things like that, you can always just set it to 3 beats per measure, and then so 3/4 time, and then just put it to some reasonably easy speed. 1 2 3 1 2 3 and 1 2 3 1 2 3. So you'll have much slower triplets. Make it easy to do, and just keep in mind that each of these lines, the first bar and the second bar are the same on each of the lines, so it should make it a little easier to get down. So take it nice and slow, feel really comfortable, And gradually, as you get the hang of that timing and the feel between the hand and the foot doing these doubles, you can build that speed up and see how far you can take it. So if you have any questions or comments, or you have any requests for future videos, please feel free to post those down in the comments section below. You can also contact me anytime on my website, kitmills.com, and I'd be happy to respond to you at either place. So yeah, if you haven't already done so, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. That's always going to be the easiest way to hear of upcoming videos and streams. You'll probably want to click the bell too for notifications for those. And then if you like this video, please click the like button, and I'd appreciate that. So thanks so much for joining me today for double strokes between the hands and the foot along with a swing ride. It's tricky, but it's well worth doing, and it's a really cool idea when you get it down. So thanks so much, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Take care, and until then, keep on drumming. See ya.